Almost 4,000 years ago, a man opens a letter. The sender is furious. He paid. He sent his servant to collect the goods, and what he got back was bad copper, handed over with a line that still stings today. "Take it or get out." That letter still exists, pressed into clay, sitting in the British Museum. Its title? The oldest customer complaint in human history. The man who received it was named Ea-nasir. The internet turned him into the worst salesman of all time. But the internet is wrong, because at that exact moment, Ea-nasir was delivering excellent copper, hundreds of pounds of it, to someone else. And that one fact changes everything. We don't do biographies here. We do autopsies. And today we're cutting open a strategy and a business model. Not just how Ea-nasir built his trade, but who paid for it, how and why it all fell apart. Because behind the meme, there's an uncomfortable truth. Ea-nasir wasn't incompetent, he was calculating. He had sorted his customers into two piles, the ones he had to respect and the ones he could treat like dirt. And it was that calculation, perfectly logical at the time, that dug his grave. Picture the city of Ur around 1750 before Christ in what is now southern Iraq. The king of all metals is copper. No copper, no bronze. No bronze, no weapons, no tools, no civilization. But copper doesn't grow in Mesopotamia. You have to go and get it, far away, in the land of Magan, modern Oman, through the trading hub of Dilmun, today's Bahrain. Ea-nasir belongs to a merchant guild, the Alik Tilman. Those who sail to Dilmun, they load silver in Ur, cross the Gulf, bargain for copper, and bring it home to sell. And Ea-nasir figures out something early. In this business, the real power doesn't belong to the man who ships the metal. It belongs to the man who knows the true quality of the copper before the buyer does. Here's the problem. Long-distance copper trade was one of the riskiest businesses in the ancient world. Your silver is locked up for months. Your cargo is at the mercy of ships and hostile roads. And at the end of it all, the quality is never guaranteed. Ea-nasir takes the hits, and the tablets dug up in his house don't all come from Nanni. Other customers complain too, always the same chorus. "I paid and I got nothing," or "more bad copper again." Under pressure, he makes a move that looks clever. He decides that not all customers are equal, and he pours his energy and his good metal into one single client. Just one, the biggest of them all. That client was the palace of Ur, and this is the real economic revelation of the story. According to the scholars who studied his tablets, Ea-nasir's main business wasn't selling to private buyers at all. It was importing copper for the palace itself. Suddenly it all makes sense. The palace orders big, the palace pays, and the palace never gets the leftovers, because the palace can destroy you. So Ea-nasir follows a rule the powerful have always known. You don't treat everyone the same. The good copper goes to the one who can hit back. The bad copper goes to the one who can only write a letter. His whole trade rests on three pillars. Pillar 1, an anchor client, the palace, big volume, reliable payment, never disappointed. Pillar 2, a hidden margin built on ignorance. He knows the quality of the copper. His small customers find out too late. Pillar 3, opportunistic diversification. When copper pays less, he dabbles in textiles, in foodstuffs, in anything he can turn a profit on. It keeps him afloat. As long as the palace keeps ordering, everything else is just a bonus he can afford to neglect. And that's exactly the trap. A business built on one big client isn't an empire. It's a building with a single load-bearing column. Then comes the Nanni affair. Nanni had paid up front in silver for top-grade copper. He sends his servant. He's handed second-rate ingots with that famous "take it or get out." But here's what the meme always leaves out. Ea-nasir wrote back. On another tablet, he defends himself. He claims he delivered a huge load of copper to the palace on the buyer's account, plus a sealed document filed at the temple. Translation: I'm no swindler, I honored my big obligations. And that's the whole tragedy. In the short term, his logic works. The palace is served, the cash comes in. But behind the scenes, his reputation is cracking. The reminder letters pile up. And in the end, the excavations tell the story of the fall. His credit collapses and part of his house is carved off and swallowed into a neighbor's. The man who shipped tons of copper to the palace watched his own property shrink, literally, wall by wall. Lesson 1. The single client is a slow poison. As long as the palace kept ordering, Ea-nasir was untouchable. But depending on one big customer isn't strength. It's dependence dressed up as comfort. The day the anchor lets go, there's nothing left behind it. Lesson 2. Your worst customers are the ones who can't punish you. He pampered the palace and despised Nanni for one cold reason. One could strike back, the other couldn't. Except those despised little customers became, through their letters, the only witnesses history ever kept. Lesson 3. The income statement lies. The balance sheet of trust tells the truth. Every single sale looked like a win. But reputation is a delayed liability. While he was cashing in, he was burning something that never showed up in that day's numbers: trust. His shrinking house was the final invoice. So, was Ea-nasir history's worst businessman? No. He was a rational man, in a brutal trade, who made a logical bet. Pour everything into the most powerful client and neglect the rest. Smart in the moment, suicidal over time. His story isn't the tale of a clumsy con artist. It's the story of a supplier who confused collecting cash with building something. And there's a beautiful irony in it. The only reason we know his name at all is that he carefully archived in his own home the proof of his own failures. The first man to keep his bad reviews. Forever. So let me leave you with a question. In your own life, who is your palace? That one client, that one boss, that one platform everything depends on. And what happens tomorrow if it disappears? Tell me in the comments. And for more autopsies of fortunes that shined and then blew up, hit subscribe. The next one is going to surprise you.